Good day, sir. My name is Jeffrey Autor. My report is all about personal safety in every part of a ship. Personal safety in galley. A ship galley in the place where food is cooked for the crew. Good housekeeping and sanitation are primary concerns in the department. The galley is always at the risk of fire because of hot plate, live electrical appliances, and usage of cooking oil at all working hours. The entertaining staff, which are very limited, ship cook and steward, must observe the following to enhance personal safety in galley. Always maintain hygiene and cleanliness in the galley. Wear apron and other safety clothing when working in the galley. Secure all utensils and sharp objects, knife, fork, etc. with not in use. Rolling and pitching of ship may lead to accident. Emergency escape must always be clear and marked. Take precaution when using hot water and oil for scaling. Never overload any plug or circuit. Make sure you know the location operation of extinguisher in galley. You know the location for operating fire flaps of the galley. Make sure there are no insects and pests in the galley. Be careful when working on hot plate, especially with cooking oil. Be alert when using electrical appliances. Ensure that their wires and the required parts properly insulated and there is no risk for electrical shock. Use proper insulated gloves, oven gloves when handling hot utensils. Personal safety in workshops. A ship may provide with two workshop, one on the deck and other in the engine room. Both these workshops are equipped with a variety of machine tools such as lathe, drills, millers, grinders, etc., which are required for repair and fabrication operation performed on the board ship. Because of the higher number of tools present in the areas, these workshops are considered risky areas where personal safety is utmost importance. Following precaution must be taken by any personnel using ship workshop to ensure his her personal safety. Always wear proper personal protective equipment before performing any operation in workshop. Make sure you know how to safely operate the machinery and equipment of the workshop. Know the correct tools required for each machine in the workshop. If you are not familiarized with any machinery, or ask your senior for assistance. Make sure machine guards are always in place. Perform one job at a time and never discuss any personal operating and equip in workshop. Avoid lost boiler suits and belongings such as chains and finger rings. Avoid long hair or tie them while working. Always wear eye protection in workshop as this is the place for welding, greasing, scrapping, etc. Knowing the nearest firefighting extinguisher. Know the escape mute from the workshop. Report all damaged equipment and tools and avoiding using them. Keep the workshop clean and dry. Report all hazardous and unsafe condition in workshop. Always shut down all equipment and machines in workshop after use.
Personal safety in an engine room. Engine room is considered one of the most hazardous areas on the ship, with several machines running amidst an hostile environment, having inflammable oils, extremely hot water, high temperature steam, and elevated parameters such as RPM, temperature, pressure, etc. An engine room is a dangerous place to work in. Following hazards or risks are always present in the engine room and one must be aware of them in order to take necessary precautions to ensure personal safety. Number 1. The common risk in the engine room is slipping, tripping, or falling because of small confined spaces and high elevated staircase, which are designed in as such compensate for machinery spaces. Number 2. Always wear safety gears provided to you, especially safety helmet when working in the engine room. Ship professionals often avoid helmets in the engine room because of high temperature. Number 3. There would always be hazard for machines running at high RPM. Along with other elevated parameters, always be careful of them and start work on any machinery and only after it is fully isolated and after necessary permits are taken. Number 4. As mentioned earlier, because of abundance of oil, lube, and fuel in the engine room, the chances of slipping and tripping are high. Thus, always keep an eye on oil leaks and maintain good housekeeping in the engine room. Personal safety in accommodation area. The accommodation area on the ship is where the crew members' cabins are located, along with galley, recreational room, meeting room, library, etc. The accommodation area of the ship is extremely vulnerable to fire as it is comprises of wood, cardboard, and other fire-sensitive substances. In order to avoid fire or any other type of accident in the accommodation area of the ship, remember the following points. Number 1. Make sure your room is clean and hygienic to keep it disease-free. Number 2. Do not smoke cigarettes sitting or lying on the bed, and do not keep or throw live smoking buds in the dust bins. Number 4. Never use hot plate or heater for cooking purpose inside your cabin. Number 5. Never use loose or open wire without plug or naked wire in the cabin. Number 6. Always make sure that electrical circuit is never overloaded. For example, too many connections are put in one socket. Number 7. Never put your clothes near or on a room heater or lamps. Number 8. Do not bring in the cabin oily rags inside your boiler suit pocket. Number 9. Never leave iron unattended when ironing clothes in the laundry room. Personal safety on deck. The deck of the ship is most high access area on the ship by both ship's crew and visitors. It is therefore also the highest accidental prone area of the ship. When on deck, there are several hazards one should be aware of. Keep in mind below mentioned points in order to avoid accidents on ship's deck. Number 1. The deck area is exposed to open weather, and thus weather or moisture air is always present on the surface. Make sure you walk carefully to avoid slips, trips, or falls. Also wear the necessary personal protective equipment or PPE and hold railings when moving on the open deck. Number 2. Also be careful of pipings and other deck fittings which may lead to trips and falls. Number 3. When on port, keep an eye on the port's gantry, crane, and any connected pipes. Also never walk under lifted cargo or crane grab. Number 5. At port, several items are loaded or unloaded by the ship's crane. Take all the precautions while working on the deck and never walk under lifted loads. Number 6. Know the location of the nearest fire extinguisher in forepeak and aft peak of the ship.